Hi guys, it's lizzisimss here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing okay, staying safe and taking care of your mental well-being. So today I have a CC sim making video for you. This sim is a model and I'm so incredibly in love with her. I love her overall look and style and I kind of want to be her, not gonna lie. Please see the description for my CC list disclaimer. This sim will also be on my gallery at lizzisimss with 2 S's. Screenshots are at the end of this video so you can see the sim posed and edited and all that good stuff. She looks freaking amazing. I'm so happy with her. But yes, this sim is a model. She's obviously very beautiful. She's tall and she has a killer bod. I imagine her to be a runway model rather than like just a face model, or I don't know what other kind of models there are. Catalog, like magazine models or hair models, hand models, you know what I mean. She's a runway model, so she has that very willowy look to her that a lot of catwalk or runway models have. And I actually used a height slider for this sim when I was taking the screenshots of her, so she will look a bit different in those than she does here. I just used the regular sim height here, but yeah, I did use a height mod to change the height of her so she looks a little bit more model-esque in the screenshots. I still really wish we could change the height of sims and not have them like bug out in game. Not everyone is the same height, you guys. It would be so good if we could have sims of different heights. It would make the game a lot more interesting and you could make really unique sims. But anyway, she's very tall, okay? And I can't relate as I'm only 5'1", which is, it's quite small. Yeah, I'm tiny, okay? It's fine. I've made my peace with it, but she has always been a tall girl and she is also of Asian heritage, so I think this was difficult for her growing up, as most Asian girls, me included, and I don't want to stereotype or generalize here, but most Asian girls are a bit on the shorter side, but she was always really tall for her age. I imagine her to be like nearly 6 foot or maybe even 6 foot, so she is very statuesque. I think this caused a lot of issues for her growing up. She obviously stood out a lot being so tall compared to her peers and her friends, and this probably came with a lot of teasing, bullying. I don't think she grew up with many friends. Like, she probably had maybe 1 or 2 very good friends, and she was quite a reserved and shy kid because of this bullying and the way people would react to her height. Like, they probably pointed at her and said, oh, she's tall, you know, that kind of thing. So I think this really impacted her self-confidence and her self-esteem. I also think she grew up in Mount Komorebi, which is the world which came with the Snowy Escape expansion pack. I imagine her parents to own a skiing resort there in Mount Komorebi, so she didn't grow up poor or anything like that. She had quite a good upbringing and her parents were always so supportive and told her not to concern herself with what others were saying about her height. I reckon her height was a surprise to them as well. I think she has some older siblings and they didn't grow up to be the height she is, not by a long way. So she's definitely like the odd one out in her family. I think the rest of her family are probably like average height. No one in her family was as tall as she is, like in her immediate family, like grandparents or nephews, nieces, uncles, like they were all around the same, and she was the one that was kind of an outlier. So this kind of impacted her even more because she even felt like the odd one out in her family as well. And as she grew up, she just thought she would end up helping her family, and along with her siblings, like they would take over the running of the resort. But when she was out one day shopping with her friends, she was spotted by a rather famous photographer who saw some real potential in her. Like, obviously she was tall, but she also has a really unique, beautiful face and her own style as well. I was kind of picturing her as a young Devon Aoki, you know what I mean? Like, she just has that it girl factor. Obviously she doesn't look like Devon Aoki, but I mean that kind of vibe of being that girl. So she was scouted by this photographer who gave her their card and said to call if she was interested in doing a shoot for like a clothing brand or something. And that photographer has like an in with a lot of designers and modeling agencies, and they really thought she could make it big. Like, they saw some real potential in her. I'm not sure her parents were over the moon by this. Like, it's a big step for a teenage girl, especially a girl who's quite shy. But for the first time, I think this sim was really excited by the possibilities of modeling and using her height as an advantage and making a career out of it. So her parents agreed to it, but only if one of them went with her and helped her be represented. Like, they were smart about it. They would not let her do it herself. Obviously, she was a teenager at the time. They had to be with her. And now I think her career grew. She gained a lot of recognition for her looks and her height, and just her style, and she was able to like really make the shoots her own. And now I think she is the it girl, like, in the Sims world. Her face is everywhere and she's walking the runway as the star of the show, basically. She's now really proud of her height, as it's given her this amazing job and she gets to live this luxurious lifestyle and travel the world and be praised for her looks and her height. So she's just really living her dream right now. She's living her life. Like, I'm so proud of her. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this sim. I hope you guys enjoyed her story and this video. I really love her. I love her outfits. I love her overall look. I kind of want to be her so badly. Maybe I just want to be taller. But yes, if you did like this video, please do like, comment and subscribe. You can leave any sim suggestions you might have for me in the comment section below. Check out my Tumblr for the CC list, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.